All right, everybody. Hopefully we are back in action. Still not sure about the table volume right now, but hopefully the commentary is going to be coming through crystal clear. Those of you that have joined back in, we appreciate that. Some fun players to be watching on this table. And if you are joining with us now, I'm Cameron Mixon. We're at Redstar Social. A little bit of a problem with the audio here in our first rendition of this stream. And I am joined, though, tonight by the one and only Reckless Ron, local Austin legend, in the booth. And we're starting it off with a bomb pot now. A little bit of team action on this stream. Chad, big hand. Keller with a big hand here.
Tori also with a boat there. The deuces.
Yeah, Tori's got the deuces.
Not any good against Keller with the king 9.
Yeah, she's going to be looking for the last duck. Well, this is strange.
What exactly just happened here?
I'm not sure exactly what's going on.
I'm thinking maybe graphics and audio are misaligned at the moment.
Yeah, we're a little bit misaligned with the graphics right now. But after this bomb pot, I believe we will be good to go. So I'm going to shut up during this bomb pot because clearly we don't see the right board. I think we're seeing probably mucked cards maybe. I don't know. It looks like they might just be running a single board also instead of two boards.
Was this maybe an extra hand of Omaha?
It's all right. It's all right, buddy.
I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused right now. Actually, I think we're just back to Hold'em, but the graphics have
held on from
that's
bomb pot.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that's what
that makes a lot more sense. Okay.
That is making a lot more sense, yes. Yep. So we need to get these graphics cleared out.
We'll be catching up. We'll be catching up right with y'all. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. apologies for the rough start tonight. Hopefully, this back half we will be good to go. But again, I'm still looking forward to this stream. I'm really excited. Got Pokerface Ash in the house. I don't know if you know who that is, Ron, but she's kind of a big deal.
I have seen some of her content out there. Good on her for building up a little following, putting herself out there, documenting her poker journey. Where's she from again? I feel like I've seen her maybe
from,
in Arizona.
Arizona, yeah.
Okay, that's
correct.
what I was thinking. Yeah,
I believe the Phoenix area.
okay.
here we go. Back again. Shady's back. Tell your friends.
And with any luck, we will be smooth here all the way to the end of the broadcast. I can tell you it's been as frustrating for Cameron and I back here in the booth as maybe it is for anybody who might still possibly be attempting to watch this.
But again, thank you guys for sticking around.
Team format.
Yeah, we've got a team format stream, Ron. We got 3 teams here. We got Team Slay, which is Pokerface Ash, and her friend Tori, and then local legend Samm. And we got Team Code Duck, led by Kyle in the 8 seat, wearing those yellow shirts that you see. And Team Redstar with some Redstar legends here.
Yep, in the white.
Yeah, the white Redstar shirts, led by Keller. You got Chad on that team and Killian on that team. So some real grinders in this game, and we are resuming.
And our fingers are crossed for a
Elmer,
smooth
really do
run
appreciate that. Saying thanks for the effort. Yeah, we're doing a lot of work behind the scenes tonight and trying to give y'all as much poker and as good a stream as we can muster up. And let's see if we've got a winning combination now at this point.
Let's be honest, it's the producers and the Redstar folks here that are doing most of the work. Cameron and I are mostly sitting back here drinking a beer.
Yeah, I'm just kind of sitting here, but so I do see some knit buttons. There were talks early on about every player having a button to discuss like hands with their team. They could take like a little time out and discuss it with their team. So I'm not sure if that's what those are going to be signifying or if they are playing a knit game at this point. Tori does show her ace 5, and let's see if she throws in a knit button here. Yeah, I don't think Samm has a knit button, so I'm assuming that they probably played a couple hands that we had missed to go on a delay here in the booth.
A scheduled, unscheduled break.
The unscheduled break and simultaneous resumption. But we are back, and we're playing 1-3 Hold'em run here at Redstar Social here in Austin, Texas. Gotta love it. Great poker. Great place to be to play poker down here in Austin, Texas. If you haven't come, you better get over here while the getting's good. I'm going to see Keller raised it up under the gun to 6 with the ace-jack, and Kyle coming ladderless, putting in the raise to 20, and Kyle coming along on the button. And now back to Keller. He's going to put in a back raise. Looks like it's going to be 130. I think I see a green chip under that black chip with a red chip underneath it. Perhaps 155 if there's 2 green.
And it looks like our graphics are catching up here. Again, we had to reboot some things, and hopefully we will have that smooth run.
Graphics catching up. It appears like things are sounding good. So perhaps, fingers crossed, knock on wood, we have cracked the code. Anyway, what's up, Ron? What's up with you?
Oh, just enjoying life down here in Austin, Texas. I went up to the Dallas Stars Colorado Avalanche game this past Saturday. So
we love to hear that. We got a very nice doubler in that game against those nasty Avalanche. It was just preseason, but... And here we go, Kyle with the pocket tens. Gonna put in the 4-bet here. And we're gonna see a call on the button. Killian, 7-8 offsuit. Lateral is gonna come in with the ace-6 offsuit. Kind of interesting. Interesting hand to be going in here and play out of position, but...
Well, the Nick game is on, so that is going to influence some people to get a little bit more.
Definitely going to influence that action, no doubt, and he flops the best of it. Killian, though, hits his 7, going to need another 7 or an 8. Kyle looking for a 10, but Lateralus way in the lead right now. He's going to turn 2 pair, too, so. What does Kyle decide to do here? He just checks. Killian, though, with the 7, going to check back. Needs a 7. Kyle needs a 10. That doesn't look like a 7 or a 10.
Now we'll see if anybody tries to bluff.
Yeah, Lateral is not putting a bet out, wanting somebody else to bet.
I don't think that's going to happen, both with the little bit of showdown value there and the 10s and the pair. So
yeah, absolutely. Those hands were not 10s for sure. I mean, I guess you could make a case with a 7 to be putting out a bet when it checks to you 3 times. But seems pretty egregious, to be honest with you. Suppose you take your showdown value with the 7 there, right, Ron? I don't know. I don't think I'm winning that pot very often with just a 7, so.
No, probably not 3 ways.
So maybe, I think I want to bet.
I think heads up, I would often take showdown value depending upon what I think the other person.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Is playing, but and also just you hate to just put a bet out there with the 7 and get called by the ace snap called.
That's you're just getting snap called by. Well, you're getting snap called by a queen even too. The way that one played out, I feel like if somebody has queen jack or whatever, or queen 10, whatever.
Yeah, actually, I might be a bit more inclined in a 3-way pot, I think, to go ahead and make a bet there and hopefully use.
It doesn't seem terrible. I just don't think it's great either.
You can use that third person though sometimes to make the first person who's faced with a decision have to fold.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's going to be very player dependent for me personally. So we are back. We are live and rocking and rolling. We got Pokerface Ash in the house. Ash, very good poker player. Former basketball player too.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I believe she played college ball. A bit of a baller. And she's got 2 6s here. Chad to her left with the speed limit, the 55. Everybody wanting to get in to these hands right now for these bounties that they're playing for. So let's watch this hand and run through this hand, and then I'll go through and explain those bounties that we were discussing earlier.
Right, and Nick game on as well at this particular moment.
Yeah,
so
Nick game on, so another factor that is
influencing
things at the moment. Don't think... Yeah, Ash gets out of the way. I was going to say, I don't think that you want to make the call here with this many people behind you with sixes, fives think the same thing. What's Sam going to want to do? She gets out of the way. And it is back to Kyle.
Was speaking with Sam before the stream, and she's definitely here with a little bit of gamble in mind. She said her mom was going to be watching, so I better be nice.
Jack 10 deuce flop. Kyle from Team Code Duck. Flopping top pair here. Keller with a gutter, 2 overs. Gonna continue with a bet of $100 here. Kyle going nowhere. We got $550 in the pot already. 5 of spades on the turn. Changes nothing for either of these players. Brings in the spade draw. And Keller, really with just a pot size bet back, gonna put Kyle all in for a bit less. 372 is what our graphic says, and by my eyeballs, it looks like that would be correct.
I have a feeling he's going to go ahead and make the call, and he does.
And they're gonna run it twice, it looked like, as has been the norm tonight.
And we've seen lots of chopped pots. Keller behind, but
We
plenty
have
of
seen-
outs.
I think you were correct. I think we've seen every pot tonight chop. And Kyle taking the first one. And the second one. So I think that actually may be the first all-in pot that we've seen tonight that got scooped. Those of you just tuning in with us on this stream, looks like it just started. We had some technical difficulties. So we called in all of the best AV guys, all the best tech guys to come troubleshoot the problem. We were on the phone for an hour with, tech support helping us get through it. And here we are, brand new stream, brand new look. And we are out here at Redstar Social tonight here in Austin, Texas. But we've got quite the lineup, and we're going to have some good poker for you, so we hope you stick around. If you haven't yet, go hit the subscribe button for our channel. We are new to these streaming streets here in this studio at Redstar Social. And just one person, just you listening right now, could be the difference in helping us get to many, many more eyeballs by hitting the like, hitting the subscribe. So we really do appreciate it, and it does mean a lot to us. Kind of similar dynamic in this hand that we saw last hand also, where Ash had sixes and Chad had fives. We see Sam now with the sevens and Kyle to her left with eights. So
There was a 5 on that turn. I'm not sure who it was that had the 5s, but
yeah,
always
it was
hate
Chad. It was Chad in the 6th seat that had the fives from that's your team, the Redstar team.
yep, always hate to see that turned set that you maybe could have, or even flopped set that you maybe could have had. It's
Totally. Ace 4-8 flop. Kyle flop in middle set. Lateralist with a gutter to the wheel. Sam putting out a small bet, though, with her sevens.
Tori has that nut flush draw, though.
Yeah,
That's
Tori with a nut flush draw as well.
That's an interesting hand here.
So nobody raising, everybody playing it slow so far. Ash going to get out of the way, though, and we're going to see a turn four-handed. Six of hearts turn. Now lateralist going to be open-ended. Double blocked by Sam's sevens, though, unknowingly. Tori with a deuce also in her hand. They're going to check it to Kyle this time around, who is betting 55, about half pot. Tori going to go ahead and lay down the nut flush draw there.
Yeah, a little tight.
A little tight, but she does have 3 people after her. Like,
sure, no fun to get raised there.
It's not an ideal situation. You can just put it in if you want and gamble, but don't mind the fold. And lateralist looking for a deuce or a 7. Samm looking for a 5. And a 5 only. Kyle way out in the lead here. Has it all but locked up basically right now. Six on the river. And they're going to check it to Kyle, who is going to put in a bet. I'd like to see him go about 225 here, Ron. Let's see.
That's kind of a brick out river, though.
I mean, it is, but it's not going to matter. He's not going to get called. I'm just saying, I think I want to.
Sure, we want to target. We want to target any ace here if there's a world where one of them has it. It doesn't necessarily feel like they do. They do, the action,
right, exactly. But no, he goes way bigger. Looks like he made it 625. So, like, just over. Oh, I see the pot now. Yes, there was like 260 in the pot, probably. Yeah, and he's going to get the folds. Yeah, smaller bet, he could have definitely... Nobody had an ace, but definitely could have gotten called by an ace. I don't think that with that bet, even if anybody had an ace, that he was going to find many calls. That's why I liked that sizing that I mentioned.
Yep. I think the only thing he gets called there possibly is a random 6 or a 5-7.
Just random 6 doesn't get there.
Yeah.
Very often.
Well, we are in Austin, Texas, buddy.
And when they do, though, the story is told quite differently. Seabiscuit, we appreciate that. Yeah, it is exhausting, but we're learning. We're learning how to do basically everything from scratch and how to deal with the good, deal with the bad, roll with the punches, essentially. Kyle raising it up now with 7-8 of clubs. 7-8 suited, my favorite hand. I like the diamond variety, is my true favorite hand.
Yeah, gets 3-bet there by Keller, so we'll see how this
Keller's
plays out.
Coming in pretty hot. Queen Jack O in the cutoff. I don't mind the 3-bet. Lateralist coming in really hot with ace 3 off. In the small blind, putting in a cold 4-bet here to 175. And Ash, king queen offsuit and a knit button in front of her. This really could be a slam dunk play to rip, but I'm sitting here and I can see everybody else's hands. What is Ash gonna do here? It looks like she's putting in a cold 5-bet to 350. So very interesting play from her. I like it a lot, and it's going to get through and work, and she gets to get rid of her knit button. Very nicely done by Pokerface Ash.
Yep, she apparently was feeling the same thing you were feeling with that knit button, that hand is a good spot to go ahead and make that move. And
yeah, absolutely. And
nice play by her.
And lateralists putting in that nice 4-bet. Pretty light from the small blind. Just she recognizes it and picks it right off. So very, very good intuition, as you can see from Ash. And we are going to run a bomb pot now. Here we go. $10 bomb pot. Everybody getting 4 cards. PLO bomb pot. We're going to see 2 boards. And here we go. Bottom board going to be 6, 4, deuce, 2 clubs. Top board, Jack 8, 5, rainbow. And action is going to start with Ash. Not a whole lot to work with in her hand. These hands all look like they want to check and see a turn, if I had to guess. But you're the bomb pot expert.
Yeah, I don't see much there that I'd really want to bet with.
And we do see Lateralis's hand come in now. He did flop nut straight on the bottom. Ace 5 basically for him on the top right now. He does have a club draw as well. Club draw to the straight flush, in fact. Tori with just a 2 pair on the top and nothing really to work with on the bottom board. Going to get out of the way. Lateralis taking down this bomb pot.
And I would certainly feel a little more comfortable betting his hand, having that 7 on the top end. That's just going to give you a little bit more flexibility.
Yeah, totally.
And then the ace 5 is working as well on the other board.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, Jay Galley, appreciate that we sound good. We had some issues with the audio for the stream at the beginning of the night. We took that out of the equation for a bit, and I'm not sure if the production team is going to have it back in tonight at all right now or not.
Lots of moving parts to put on a poker live stream. You've got RFID cards, you've got microphones, you've got delays.
There's a lot of things YouTube. There's a lot of things that can go wrong from point A from point A of getting cards dealt on the table to point B of it getting to you guys out on the YouTube, on the internets. But we did our best, and by our best, Ron mentioned earlier, we sat here and hung out for a little bit while the crew worked on rectifying the issues. And we're back. We're back and stronger than ever, so we appreciate you guys being here. Jay Galley, though, if we do mess around with it and are able to troubleshoot it, we'll get it happen.
We'll get it happen.
We'll get it happening.
Maybe you've had one too many of those cervezas that we had on break, pal.
I said we'll get it happening.
Oh, okay. All right. You see everybody in their custom shirts tonight. That's the Code Duck, the Team Slay, and the Redstar Social Boys.
12 notes saying to slip me a Tool album. Not a bad band. Not my favorite band, but I do like their drummer. He's a good drummer. But here you guys see, let me explain a little bit more about the bounties. So it was $200 per person. Everybody put in $200. The player with the highest VPIP is going to take home half of that bounty, so $900. The player with the highest profit is going to take home the other half of that bounty, the other $900. Both of those $900 bounties will get split among the team, each player receiving $300 back. Now, it is possible, Ron, that one team can have the highest VPIP and the highest profit.
You certainly can, especially if you run hot for a few hours.
Absolutely. And that would mean you're going to walk out the door with an extra $600. That's not too bad.
As well as the highest profit of the 9 players on the stream tonight.
I would consider that a win. Winning, I would consider a win.
So if you play a stream, you'd like to be the most profitable player of the
Typically, I
participants?
try and be the most profitable player. Doesn't always happen.
I've seen that. I've seen your streams.
I've been at the bottom many times, buddy. And here we go, a pretty interesting flop here. The Queen 9-8, Jim with the Jack 9 diamonds, backdoor diamonds working. Kyle gonna make the float here with Ace King. Another queen. Could be a little bit of a scare card for Jim here, though. He needs to keep betting for sure. But if Kyle is going to make another call here, perhaps alarm bells will go off for Jim. He makes it pretty cheap, too. Yeah, so Kyle going to make the call. We'll go to a river here. River is a 3 of spades. And it's going to check. Jim going to take that one down for team code Duck.
Yep, he gets a little value there, and he also, on that turn, tries to set his own price there for his pair and gutter ball, and against that specific hand,
here we see also the VPIP numbers at the moment. Kyle leading the pack 65%. Samm right on his heels right now, 62%. Keller slightly behind her. And then everybody else basically not even trying. I mean, those are rookie numbers. What, 65%?
Yeah, especially with a cash prize on the line for having the highest VPIP, I would certainly be
those are
chasing
rookie
that.
numbers.
Of course, you can also chase that and quickly find yourself buried if you're a little too crazy.
Oh, I've definitely done that many times with no cash prize on the line, in fact. Just for the glory, buddy.
Speaking of glory, there's Tori with Queen here, and she has 3-bet to $75.
Yeah, the best hand that Tori has seen tonight by far. Putting in a sizable 3-bet, but I like it.
And it should probably take it down, I would expect.
I don't know. Keller. No, he is going to get out of the way. Keller, though, been running hot.
Yeah, and Tori's been on the tighter side, so with her making that sizable 3-bet, that was definitely the reason that I was thinking that she would take it down, and she does in fact take it down. So that might be one of the first pots that's been pushed her way. She's, like you mentioned, had been a little bit card dead, and let's see what happens here. We should have a good rest of the stream with maybe some people chasing those cash bounties. I'm not sure how much the teams talked about how the bounties might influence action. I would think that there would be a decent amount of limping to try to keep the VPIP numbers
Yeah, you want to
up.
keep your VPIP numbers high. So
Even with
limping, small raises also probably going to really help you establish. We see Chad coming in hot. Going to be putting in the 4-bet over the King 9.
Yeah, very
ladderless.
Very reasonable 4-bet. And I think there still is a nit game going on.
Yes, there is. I believe there is a button in the 9 seat for sure. Chad has one in the 6 seat. He's going to lose his. I believe that means that the 9 seat, yes. So nit game over. Going to be a splash pot of, I believe, $100 splash pot right there.
That's the penalty on the nit game is to splash the next pot $100.
Splash pot $100. Killian just threw in the middle right there. So now we know. Thank you, Seabiscuit. Yeah, I will be working on a lot of the lineups going forward. So if you are anybody you know are interested in getting in one of these streams here at Redstar, message me on Instagram preferably. It's the best place to do that at Mix and Poker. And otherwise, you can also email on the Redstar website. You can find that. But this stream tonight, Pokerface Ash wanted to put together, and Sean really helped bring this one all the way home with the lineup, with making the teams, getting these shirts for him, making it look all official. Pretty fun little deal that we got going on here.
I think that might have been a misdeal there on the.
It was,
and
yeah,
so we're gonna redeal that one. There's $100 in the middle, penalty for losing the nit game.
$100 in the middle, splash pot. That's probably enough in this game right now, the way it's been playing, to drive a little bit of action.
I actually lost 2 nit games, I believe, in the last cash game stream that I played, and I can tell you it's pretty hard for me to lose the nit game.
Buddy, you're telling me when I lose a nit game, I'm like, what is going on?
There's the famous DQ who I saw proclaiming that he has never lost a nit game ever in the history of the nit game.
That's untrue at this point. There was probably a time that was true, though. Samm going all in. Not sure what she has yet. There was a raise to, it looks like 125, and then Samm ripping with like 300 something. And he's going to make the call here with ace 10. Still don't know what Samm has yet. I hope it's a couple garbage bags. It is a couple garbage bags. A couple napkins. But they're going to run it twice. And
she's looking for that king.
I like her chances. I think I saw one king go in the muck, but
dealer Tanya indicates that they are going to go to, or is at least asking. I think she probably is indicating that they are going to.
She was letting us know 2 times right there. Nails match the blue deck. Very coordinated. She must have known. Queen 7. Another 7. And another queen. That's going to chop it up. I just felt like that was coming, too.
And Samm is over there giggling.
I just felt like that was coming once I saw that 7 on the turn.
She has
10-7-3. She's going to need a king here.
Yep.
Going to need a king.
King and a king only.
Does not come on that river, but She doesn't lose all her money. She does get 3/4, which is annoying, but it's a pretty big gamble right there. If she had a little bit more there and had ripped it over that open that with the ace-10, I think it probably works. She probably just gets him to fold ace-10 if she has 300-400 more.
Nope, but she's here to gamble. She's kept that
she's
VPIP up.
She's here to keep that VPIP high, I can tell.
And I think she is going to try to get that percentage all the way to the top to grab that bounty.
Yeah, absolutely. All the players tonight, though, doing a pretty good job of putting some beverages down. So I like that. Everybody having a good time. Very lax stream environment here. Just a fun game to come and play. And it does look like the knit buttons have gone out for a second time. Keller going to put the squeeze on here with Jack 8 offsuit. Samm, King Deuce suited, going to get out of the way. Kyle finishing a jellyfish. Just 6 high. $75 for him to get in this pot.
Kyle and Keller have battled, though, I believe, right? They have a little bit of history together, and I think
they've been going back and forth here tonight a little bit for one, but yeah, they've played on a stream somewhat recently. Kyle just flopping top 2 pair. Pretty tough to do with 6-5.
Yeah, the effective nuts in this hand
absolutely.
For Kyle.
Keller going to need a lot of help. He does check, though, after being the pre-flop aggressor. How does Kyle want to play this? Check back, put in a small bet. Yeah, that might just be small enough to induce Keller into something silly here.
Yeah, he could peel and try to hit a jack, a 7 or an 8, something that he
for sure I would be peeling no matter what after I 3-bet this. Absolutely.
But that small bet, you're right, could very well induce him to make.
And it does. There it is. So
make that raise. Yeah, that's nice. Exactly what you were thinking.
Yeah, very nice intuition from Kyle there. And Keller not going huge with his raise. 2.5x. Just going to make the call, play it slow, and now Keller really repping a hand like an overpair, right? He put in that, I think it was actually technically a 4-bet because I think there was a $6 raise prior to Kyle's 25, but he puts in that raise, repping a strong hand, puts in a raise on a 6-high, a check raise on a 6-high flop. Gonna lead 210 on this king. Kyle, 2 spades in his hand, never folding, praying that Keller doesn't have kings, basically, right? That's the only hand he's going to have. He does just put it in, and Keller going to get out of the way. Maybe save face for a second, but
Yep, got caught with his hand in the cookie jar for sure.
little bit, which is fine. We're gonna get caught sometimes. We hope that it doesn't happen too often.
Kyle frustrated that Keller didn't maybe have an ace king or say pocket queens that could continue there.
Right. No, absolutely. Yeah, ace king would have definitely been a viable hand with maybe a backdoor combo of some sort. Diamond, ace king of diamonds, ace king of hearts. But jack 8 offsuit, basically nowhere close to that.
Looks like the yellow buttons are back on the table as well.
Yeah, we started that, I think, 2 hands ago. They put them back out basically immediately after the last one. So now we got some action in this game. Ash going to make the call, keep her VPIP up there. Sam looks like she's going to be making the call. Kyle, I think, maybe the big winner so far tonight. Nobody really getting torched at all. And the graphics lagging a little bit behind right now in this hand. But yeah, there's a $6 straddle, I believe. Ash called. Sam called. Kyle called. We're going to see Killian put in a raise to, I believe it was 40. For sure 30, but I think it was 40. Back to Sam for 40 here. Still some mystery hands, but she is not scared. So we're going to go heads up, it looks like. Sam with 3 deuce suited. Love to see it. Killian ace 10. Ace right on the flop. Sam just not getting the texture she needs right there.
No, this is going to be a quick fold, obviously, with the 2-3 of diamonds.
Yeah.
No diamonds, no real wheel potential
No
there.
wheel potential, and gonna need a lot of help there.
So it looks like a couple people have stepped away from the table.
Great.
Tanya,
That's great. That's great when you're in the Nick game,
Sure.
buddy. I love when people leave the table and the Nick game's going on. Like, oh, I still have a button and 2 people are gone from the table. Excellent. I will get after it. We are playing tonight 1-3 Hold'em at Redstar with a 1K cap on the buy-in. If you have never been with us before, we thank you for joining us. I'm a head commentator here at Redstar. I've got lots of people that come in and out of the booth with me week to week. But with my sidekick, Reckless Ron, tonight, a good buddy of mine, And I believe in seat 4 now, Ladderless has left the building and has a teammate that has taken over. This is now Garrett in the 4 seat. I think overall, I believe Team Code Duck probably is up the most overall. That's just my assumption. There are no stats to base that on that I'm looking at the moment, but I feel like I haven't seen them lose many big hands and have been on the good side of some of the wins, some of the all-ins. Chad in the 6th seat rocking a Houston Rockets hat, I believe. Ron and I are a couple of hockey guys. I'm a Dallas sports fan, but honestly, I am just no longer a Dallas basketball fan, I should say. The Mavericks really broke my heart, and I just can't deal with it. Ash flopping the nut straight on the bottom board. She also has a gutter on the top.
You know, it's nice. Her straight has the extra properties there of having that 9.
The 9 in it's very crucial. It's very nice for her.
And the gutter ball, along with backdoor diamonds, although the diamonds wouldn't be good if everybody stays in.
Thomas Engels, thank you for tuning in. I hope you're having a good night as well. We're doing great over here. Having a good night. Having some beverages, watching some poker. Can't complain. So we'll see. I think this is, Ash. I believe there was the graphics are just catching up, but I believe there was a raise.
Yeah, I think Ash went ahead and put in some more chips there with that nuts straight that has some more properties.
I think that Keller had raised it. I think that she bet the 55. Yeah, she bet the 55. Keller had raised it with top set.
Okay.
Of jacks.
Fair.
So this is where we're at. Jim with aces. Killian, open ender on the top. 3-4, I guess, on the bottom. Lyle, 3-5-6-7. He does have a straight on the bottom as well as 2 pair. And some opportunity, I suppose, on the top board.
Yeah, that
running cards.
That ace is really nice. I was thinking that I really didn't love Jim's hand here with the red aces and the jack 6. Granted, he did have a pair on each board, top pair, but
sure. But now the ace of spades on the bottom board is a pretty good card for him. I don't think he's going to be getting out of the pot at this point.
No, I would
Ash really getting a gin turn, really. With the 9, she's going to be looking for a 9 or an 8 on the river up there. But
Keller still has the top set, so
no, totally. But in her mind, I'm saying is thinking it's a pretty good turn when you already have the nuts on the bottom. Nobody has the straight either. Keller, though, with nothing on the bottom. He just has jacks on the bottom. So we'll see on a straighty board wild he wants to get. Looks like Ash has potted it for 640. And this is going to put everybody to the test here. Basically, all of these hands. I really love this from Ash. All of these hands have a really, really tough decision to make here. And I don't think that I would fault any of them. I mean, except for Killian. Killian can absolutely get out of the way easily here. But Jim, Keller, and Kyle have pretty legitimate decisions here. Kyle really thinking it over here. Like I said, he's got a pretty legitimate decision with that. The second nut straight. He does get out of the way. Killian quickly gets out of there. Jim, though, top set. Good spade draw. Third nut spade draw, right? And a jack in his hand. So...
yeah, he would be the one that can most easily call this. I think Keller is probably going to find a fold.
I think he has to, right? I mean, like, just 10-7 and Queen 10 both are just smoking you, and you have jacks on the bottom board, right? Like, what are we doing if we're calling for 640 here? It's just torching money. I think ultimately this pot by Ash is going to really fucking...
Jim finds the fold.
Just, like I said, put him to the test.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is a tough spot.
I mean,
I think our graphics were wrong before there.
Keller's getting out of there.
Our graphics are catching up, I believe, because I thought...
No, Ash potted it. It just has Keller's stack is slightly incorrect. It says it's 179. He's got about 700 probably. We kind of hate, if we're Keller too, that we have a 9 in our hand. Yeah, nicely done from Ash right there. I mean, she has a monster, obviously.
Yep, and she's able to force top set
out
with that.
To be able to force those hands out is very crucial. That's how you scoop bomb pots. That's really good for my team.
Yeah, she denied a ton of equity there and stole Keller's equity.
Yeah. Denying equity, it turns out, is really good in poker. Although I see people try and do it all the time in spots that they shouldn't. One of my favorites is when the old guys will raise pre-flop like 11x and everybody folds, and then they'll show down like kings, and you're like, why did you just raise it 11x? What do you think you're doing? You're so terrified that one of 4 aces is going to come out on the flop that you're going to just push everybody out of the pot when you have one of your most profitable hands? Like, that's really great. You're playing well.
I was in a tournament recently where the under the gun player made it 15x at the 1,000 level. He bet 15,000.
Oh, that's incredible.
And what hand do you think he turned over?
Aces.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Do you think he got any calls?
I'm gonna guess no.
No, he did not.
And the fact that he shows aces is actually incredible. You'll have to point him out to me next time you see him, because I want to know. I want an autograph.
You definitely see some
Here we see-
Interesting things and strategies here in Austin, Texas, and the poker table.
You absolutely do. Not just here, but everywhere, to be honest with you. Here we see the V-pips. Really, lateralists seem like he was fighting for, I guess, Garrett now in his seat. And then Samm just back from him. She's going to have to start fighting a bit if she wants to get that V-pip title win.
Did lateralists do this very sneaky? Because
I don't know.
I don't think
it
he
didn't
was-
feel like
I
it
don't-
didn't
I
feel
don't-
like he was playing that many hands. But
yeah, I wonder if that is something that
well, you know what it is.
got
is
reset at when we did our midstream reboot because we were having a bit of issues, which hopefully are ironed out now. So
Well, exactly. That's what I was saying. Is I think that part of it is that we watched him play for an hour prior to this, and that is not going to be taken into account. So we watched him fold probably. Then when he actually had some good hands and was playing in the Nick game, etc. Now it looks like 75%. I think Samm though could easily make a comeback and get up into the top spot for VPIP here.
and that would bring an extra $600 to her team.
900. An extra 900. An extra $300 a piece. We are going to see a flop. Four-handed here, it looks like. Kyle with the ace-3 of diamonds, covering Tori's king-9 of diamonds. Samm with the 10-6 of spades, going to get two spades on the flop, too. An ace out there. Killian with a gutter.
Samm with her knit button will be playing this.
Oh, she's going to get rid of her knit button by either pushing people out of the pot or hitting a spade. Back to Killian now with a gutter. He's looking for a king, a queen, a 10. Samm going nowhere, obviously. Surprised to not see her raise there, but...
Yeah, I was thinking that too. She didn't try to take the lead nor check raise there. I guess now after it checks through and then she's just trying to get to the river.
Does allow her to potentially trap both of them here if a spade comes. A jack on the river. Not going to be the card that Samm needed.
Yeah, Kyle content with showdown value if he can.
Yeah, absolutely. With an ace and no real kicker here.
But
Killian putting him to the test. Samm 10 high. Gonna get out of the way. Kyle with two pair though. His kicker is the 7 on the board effectively. And he turns his ace over trying to get a read out of Killian. What do you think about that, Ron? Turning cards over, trying to get a read. I've never mastered it personally, and I just play too many tournaments for it to matter. But there's an art to it. Definite art.
yeah, I have very occasionally done something like that.
You've been known to be a little reckless, is what you're saying.
I do like this play from Killian because he can credibly rep the jack, and it is going to get it done.
And it gets it done. Yeah, very nicely done by Killian there. And he's going to show him, of course. Yeah, of course. Oh, no. Oh, no. Code Duck. The look on his face.
And that's good for the Team Redstar.
That's good for Team Redstar. That's good for Ron. Good for Ron. Uh-oh, Kyle. The glasses have come off. They're in his hands. He's going to batter him up a little bit. He might need a walk after seeing that. No, he's back in the zone. Who am I kidding?
Yeah, always a little tough when they show you the king high and get one through on you.
Absolutely. He's a little upset, and he's making a call here with 10-5. So we see showing the bluff right there, paying immediate dividends. Killian with 9-5 though, gonna raise his limp.
And I think he was trying to lose the nit button and saw the opportunity there to credibly rep that jack. So I believe that was a double situation for him.
It's just well played all around.
Yeah, I
think it just works, and when it doesn't work, it's really dumb though, right? We're like, oh my god, I played that so terrible. But when it works, it's just incredible.
And nobody likes to get posterized on stream. You feel kind of dumb.
Ever. You just feel dumb because everybody sees it. There's 20 people watching right now. They're gonna see it.
Part of that is the reverse effect, though, for Kyle, because he also just feels really dumb paying off a jack there too. But just well played by Killian, I think.
I want to shout out. Got Will A in the chat. Thank you for tuning in, homie. Chad waking up with a good hand. His VPIP pretty low tonight, though, so he's not going to be getting much action when he has his premiums at this point, I don't think. At least if the table's picked up on it.
Yeah, some of that's just timing and position. Obviously, short sample size here on a 3-4 hour stream.
Very short sample size, but you're going to get a sense generally how people are playing, especially when there's like the Nick game going on, there's these other bounties going on. You get a pretty good sense of how people are playing, how loose, how tight they are. Look, if you want to get action run, you got to give action. That's the rules. I don't make the rules, but that's the rules.
I've been given action for a long time. And you know what? I also get it.
You do get a lot of action, I will say. I get a lot of action, too. I just can't win when I'm ahead 80-20 lately, so...
Yeah, that's always frustrating.
I'm going to see Jim raise this one up to 15. Keller making the call with 6 deuce suited. Back to Ash now. 10-9 offsuit and a nit button in her stack. And Chad now, as we are talking about him.
Oh, no. This is a tragedy.
Oh, Sam. Oh, no.
Oh, she has 10s, but it's also bad that there's going to be a 10 burned, and she's just going to unfortunately walk right into it here with the aces from Chad. And not many cards that can help her with, I'm for sure, at least 110 burned.
110 gone, I believe.
From Ash's hand. So they'll run it twice, and Sam might be hoping for a straight at this point.
Hearts and diamonds and straights and a lone 10, potentially, we think. There's 2 diamonds, but Chad does flop top set. All right. Sam dead on that one.
She'll be looking for that case 10 or the red cards.
And gonna need the case 10 here. Can she find it? No.
And that's another pot that's going to go Chad's way. A little unfortunate for Sam to wake up with the 10s there and just run into it.
Unfortunate. But Sam is at the top of the VPIP leaderboard now. So
She does have that going for her.
She's got that going for her. That could be a $300 rebate at the minimum, right?
Yeah. I know in your history, you've probably tried to chase a $300 bounty and something, and
I've
given a few $1,000s in order to chase that. Maybe a 7-deuce game at some point in your life,
7-deuce
or something.
game, or during a Nick game. Yeah, I've definitely been chasing some hands, and I've lost a lot more money than I would have gained. More times than I can count. That's part of poker. That's part of playing those games. It's going to happen. But it's great when it works out. I'll tell you that much. But when it doesn't work out, it does suck a little bit more.
Yeah, it's real fun sometimes in a 7-deuce game to flat with a 7-deuce and then just get that 7-7-deuce flop. And it's hard for them to put you on it. See a 4-bet here from Lateralis. Calls from Keller and Samm. And Ash, who all at least get a piece here with a gutter ball. An ace that would be no good. No help on the turn for anybody. Lateral still in the lead. And the wheel comes in. And ultimately, this is going to end up being a chopped pot between Ash and Samm. I don't envision any world where either of them ever find a fold here. So the two teammates will chop this one up. They'll each make $35 of the other money that was in the pot with that chop. Got Keller with the $6 out. And so far, Chad and Samm with the real hands here. The Jack-10 suited, the King-Queen suited. As expected, I think they're going to end up seeing a flop, those two particular hands. The more premium of the bunch. Everybody else kind of was messing around with some much more moderate holdings, trying to keep those voluntary put-in pot percentages up. Everybody whiffs the flop, so we'll see who has the stones to maybe try to take this away. It would definitely work here.
Chad does. Puts out a bet. Samm folds king high. Would have been a fun spot to call with king high. But when you're already down a bit, it feels kind of tough to be putting in a call with 10 with king high, excuse me.
Yeah, I picked somebody off in a tournament, big tournament that I recently played with, calling with ace on the river, just a high card ace, and I found him having just 9 high.
That's always fun. Best I've ever accomplished in that spot was calling with jack high. And being correct. Call with jack high and been incorrect multiple times also. But one time I was right. One time I was right.
I do believe I made a call with king high and got shown a boat recently too.
Yeah. I've bluffed into the nuts a lot recently. It's just really tough, like we said earlier, to win in poker when you're repping the hand that your opponent has.
Yeah, I try to avoid that as much as possible. It does happen from time
Pretty-
to time.
Pretty good thing to avoid in general. We are going to see Garrett had raised it up in the 4. Jim putting in the 4 bet here. Ace 10-0. Not been super active. Kyle with pocket 3s. Does he go set mining here? I'm sure he would if it was 2s. I mean, you can't not if you're repping team code duck. But 3s in the muck.
Yep.
Jim getting rid of the knit button too, yeah.
Always a good feeling when you can get rid of that. That is no fun to be sitting there in front of you in these knit games as we play them down here in the Austin area.
Not at all. Not at all. I honestly haven't played one in a little while.
So we're playing 1-3 Hold'em. We have 3 teams on the table: Code Duck, Team Slay, and the Redstar team.
Ash making the call, getting her VPIP up there with 930.
Keller with a very reasonable Jack 10 of diamonds holding. He's going to make a call. And
Yeah, Jack 10 of diamonds is going to be a very relevant hand. Killian, though, he's starting to get after it, starting to feel himself a little bit. King 10-0, putting in the 3 bet. 6-3-3 flop. And was this the hand that Kyle folded 3s, or was that last hand?
I believe that was last hand.
Okay.
Yeah, he was facing a
I think you're
$100  4 bet,
Yeah,
if
you're
I
right.
recall correctly. Yeah, that was last hand.
It's always the next flop.
What do they call that? Flop lag.
Flop lag. Exactly. Basically the same as jet lag, except you feel a little bit worse.
What's nice is when you're sitting at the poker table and the guy next to you keeps telling you that over and over what he had. I really like to hear that you folded 9-4 last hand and now it's a 9-4 board.
Yeah,
like,
buddy.
Like what is...
Congratulations.
Please keep talking my ear off about
Yeah,
that. That's
yeah.
just super
Well,
fun.
I mean, it's one thing when it's next hand, but even when it's the hand that they folded. Oh, I folded 7-4. I would have flopped the nuts. Oh yeah, you're gonna call a $400 four bet here with 7-4 offsuit, buddy? Good. Please do. Look, newsflash. No one cares what you folded.
Yeah, I believe on one of our first streams together, you and I were talking about poker pet peeves. That was one of our little fun topics that we were talking.
We got Ted Gomez in the chat, by the way. Shout out to big old Teddy. We them boys.
Yeah, between hands, that was one of our fun topics.
Absolutely.
And I not sure that either of us brought that one up at the time, but yes.
That's like my biggest.
I don't know if it's my biggest, but I don't like it.
It's up there. It's up there. It may not be my biggest because I just ignore it and I never say anything, but we are going to see a bomb pot now. 10-7-6, 2 hearts. I'm sure somebody has 9-8.
Yeah,
Killian has 9-8 and 9-5. Oh my God. Killian flopping a monster here.
Yeah, he's got the hammer lock on this one, from what I can tell.
Absolutely locked up, basically. Nobody with hearts. I mean,
there is a set of 6s in play for Samm. Bottom set, not very comfortable on that particular board.
Yeah, nothing really to go with it on the top, so
I think she'll probably find her way out of this at some point.
I think she bet, but
yeah, she's going to go ahead and make
to
a
raise.
small
She'll
bet.
Call this raise and go heads up, but
and I actually don't mind the small bet. I think maybe she might be trying to set her own price
Yeah,
there.
it's fine. Set your own price. You get raised to 40. It's not like she just folds.
Yeah, I thought she would. I really did.
Fold.
I really did. That's a good fold. And
Killian with just a
the hammer lock. He has the hammer lock on the hand.
Absolute hammer lock.
And he
got that.
Takes it down easy.
That bomb pot in the chokehold.
Tori's been pretty quiet tonight. I'm not sure she's had a ton to work with. She did have, I think, 1 3 or 4 bet that everybody quickly folded to with some
When
queens.
she had queens,
but
we them boys to let's go.
Haven't seen her pick up too many hands. And
Nick game's still on. People in chat, we got a handful of people out here in chat. Appreciate y'all sticking around, bearing with us tonight, and through the good, the bad, the ugly. Sam gonna raise it on up with King Jack of diamonds. Kyle to her left, putting in the 3-bet with King 10 of spades. Killian out of there. Jim, my favorite hand, out of there. Oh, I would have been in there. I'd have definitely 4-bet 7-8 of diamonds.
Does the King Jack of diamonds go for the 4-bet, or perhaps it's just a call?
Looks like Keller's gonna rip it with Ace 6 of diamonds.
The King Jack of diamonds does nothing.
I mean, Sam, she makes the correct fold. Technically. Keller gonna show and get rid of his knit button. Yeah, you already know it, Ted. Reckless Ron and mixing it up. Mixing poker coming through your ears. Through the airwaves right now here at Redstar Social.
What are you, 80s midnight DJ?
Hey, man, Ted made me do it.
Is that what Ted said? You need to talk in an 80s midnight DJ voice?
Basically, yes.
Okay, fair. Well,
He
pulled it off.
He said, and I quote, Mixin and Ron in stereo. There was stereos in the 80s. Boom.
Did you have a boombox?
Did I have a boombox, buddy?
Tell me about your boombox.
Buddy. I don't think you want to go down this road. Didn't you just have your 83rd birthday or something?
Yeah, I remember VCRs, pal.
Yeah, me too. I can still remember how to spell it even. Can you do that? Doubt it. That's what happens when you get old. You forget how to even spell simple things. This one going 6 ways for $3 a piece. Everyone trying to keep their VPIP up there.
Not a lot working for anybody.
No, not really anything working for anybody. I mean, I'm struggling trying to find the best hand here. King, ace high? Keller has the best hand?
Kyle with a 2-pair 10.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, see. There's so many people. There's so many terrible hands. I couldn't even figure it out.
Couldn't figure which of the bad hands was the best hand.
Yeah. 10 to 6 so is the best hand here. Gonna take it down. Oh no. Killian making the call dead. Perhaps
with bad intentions again.
I mean, that's just not gonna get it done.
No, $10 won't be enough.
That's just not gonna get it done. Kyle gonna call and win that one.
We got to go ahead and make that $55 bet there.
I'm making it like $155 for no reason at all.
And if I was at the table with you, I'd probably call.
I'd love to see you call it a 3x pot bet. I guarantee you when I 3x pot bet you, it's going to be the nuts, buddy. All right, here we go. We got 5 pretty trashy hands going to a flop. Queen Jack 7. Kyle with a pair of 7s here. But going to be Tori putting out a bet. And it's probably going to work. She'll get rid of her knit button, too. Nicely done by Tori. Here we see the VPIP Samm. Samm and Kyle neck and neck. Ladderless and Keller right behind. Ladderless got replaced by Garrett in the 4 seat for Team Code Duck. But VPIP is right behind nonetheless. Kyle coming in hot, coming swinging with the 3 deuce. Dirty diaper. Killian going to go ahead and put in a small 3 bet with ace 10 of hearts. Garrett making the call with the 9-8. And Pokerface Ash, pocket kings, going to put in a 4 bet to 200. Killian, ace 10 of hearts. Ash has been pretty quiet tonight, so Would not be surprised to just see it get laid down. It does. And Ash, I believe, had a knit button. Gonna get rid of that. Show her to Cowboys. We them boys, right, Ted? No, that's right. We are coming at you live on location from Redstar Social here in Austin, Texas. Having a good night, just playing some poker. Relax. 1-3 game. 1K cap. Everybody really enjoying their time here at Redstar and just having fun, not getting too beat up, maybe making a little money even. Love to see it on a Wednesday night. Love to see it. Thank you guys for tuning in. All of you who are with us. A handful of y'all have been with us from the very, very start. And we had some technical difficulties. Is that right, Ron?
True story. Yeah, we're just down the road from the domain. You could be on this stream if you want to. You can contact Mixon on his Instagram, Cameron Mixon, mixing it up.
Or Mixon Poker.
Mixon Poker.
There it is.
Yep. And I'm Reckless Ron. I've played a lot of poker the last couple days, couple long tournament runs. There's some festivals in
some pretty good runs in these tournaments. And oh my goodness, we've got a hand brewing now. Jim opens at 20. Keller, small 4-bet with the 9s to 40. Chad, again, waking up with aces. Going to make it 350. Pretty huge, I think, with a knit button. Basically, half a Keller stack. So he's either going to put it in with 9s here or fold.
It's a convenient hand to have. The aces, those are handy. Love to see it. The Pocket Rockets, American Airlines. What is your nickname for aces, or do you just call them aces?
Depends what color they are, but if they're red, they're definitely the Red Rockets. I'll let that one simmer for you. I don't know. We've talked about it, though, before, buddy. I would much rather just call them pocket aces.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Yeah, we talked about hand nicknames, sailboats, crabs.
Meh. I'm not interested.
I can get behind ducks for code duck, though.
Well, yeah, I think that's necessary in this situation, but other days I may not be so inclined to call them the ducks.
No, I'd probably just normally say deuces.
Same.
Which it is interesting that they're generally referred to as deuces as opposed to twos. Because most of the other hands are referred to.
This sounds a lot cooler, bro.
Sounds
way cooler.
Yeah, I think deuces does sound
You don't
cooler.
you don't leave a party and go twos. Then you'd be like deuces. You know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty good logic, is it not? Oh, no.
I'm pretty sure you can convince yourself of anything.
No, I could definitely convince myself of anything, buddy.
Question is, who can convince themselves to call or raise? Sam here with the 9-10 of diamonds. I have a feeling Keller is going to be willing to do some battle with her.
I think Keller probably popped it up. And he did.
Yep.
4-bet to 125. Ash now with the 9-6 off, going to go in the muck. Chad with the ace-7 suited, going to go into the muck. But Sam making the call with the 10-9 diamonds out there battling.
Not much has gone her way. Maybe she can find something here.
I hope she does. Let's see. It's a pretty bad start. Back doors, though. Back doors are available. She needs to hit a 10 or a 9, though, pretty immediately.
And she might see an opening here.
There it is. There it is. There's the 10 of spades.
You don't even need an opening to bluff if you can just turn top pair.
Let's see her put a bet out here. She bet $1. I'm just kidding. She went all in.
Keller's a little suspicious. I think he'll end up finding the fold, but...
Keller was in a very similar spot last week on the Sit and Go stream.
Okay.
Where TJ had queens, had actually checked the turn back. Keller had ace king, I believe. Kind of low board, like 8-8, 6-3, 3 deuce, something like that.
He does find the call here.
And Keller made the call, tried to make the hero call with the ace king, and just got shown queens.
Yep, and he's shaking his head a little bit, I think, seeing that Sam did pair her 10.
Kind of.
And nothing has gone her way, so...
She's going to need to hold here for sure. Want her to... She's probably down the most at this point, so want her to come back a little bit here. I'm assuming they're going to go run it twice again. Nope, one time. And Sam's going to hold, so Sam going to get the double up there. Much needed.
Yeah, that might have been a little bit of the frustration one time there with...
Oh, absolutely it was, but pays off sometimes.
It's the pure form of poker. I know you prefer generally to run it once when you're at a cash game.
Yeah, I prefer just once. I think that, I don't know. You know how many times I go in and you know what, I'll be nice and run it twice. Oh, I win the first one, and I lose the second one, right? Chop. And then it's like that all night. But as soon as I'm like, all right, after that, I'm like, I'm done running it twice. Let's just run it once. As soon as I do that, boom, I just get absolutely smoked in a way bigger pot, right? So I just prefer to go once usually. I think it's just pure in a home game setting or something. It's little bit different. You want to keep people around. You want to keep playing, right? You want to have chips on the table, whatever. But in card rooms and casinos, let's just run it one time. Unless it's a massive pot and I'm playing way outside of my bankroll, which has never happened, obviously. But I'm surprised to see Ash let that one go, but Tori been so quiet and making an open with the 8-7 off. Ash just like, I gotta get rid of the king 5 suited. Pretty valid 3-bet candidate, I would think. Chad getting in there with the 9-7 suited, now mixing it up. Trademark. And here we go again. Some pretty good hands going to a flop. Queen and a couple sixes. Kyle with a queen. Kyle feels like has been hitting pieces of almost every flop that he's involved in.
Tori's going to go ahead and throw out a little bluff. Again, she had been pretty quiet. If she put out a big number, maybe she could get something through, but obviously this is not going to work here.
She's just going to
get raised. Yeah,
Chad's the one getting after it though with the nine high right now.
Yeah,
and Kyle making the call. Tori going to be Throwing those cards in the muck, I imagine.
And Chad has a very good image tonight. He's shown a lot of good hands.
Could be a pretty good river for him, actually, as it's played out. Kyle with a queen, but no kicker.
He is going to go
Chad
for it.
Going to go for it here.
I don't know.
225. That could be.
I don't know if
the
that's
right
enough.
size. It could be the right size to work. I think there's about 260 in there, 255
Okay.
in there.
All right, that's
So
fair.
it's almost full pot.
Yeah, we're thinking about what would we do here with a jack or a 6.
Yeah, and I mean,
Specifically the jack when
he
he
hasn't
when he
played,
bet
but
turn.
man, I just caught such a sick tell that never gonna tell Chad about, but just got a sick tell. And a lot of times, the tell that I'm thinking of leans one way, but if you can pick up on it, specifically goes another way.
Have to rewind the stream to make sure that I catch that one.
It's okay. If you're in the chat right now and you want to know what I'm talking about, you can Venmo me $100, and I will tell you exactly what I was talking about. I think it's actually worth at least that much, probably. It's probably worth it. That piece of advice right there.
I think Kyle's going to find the fold. He's shaking his head. He hates it. He is definitely
I think Chad picked a good
a
size.
little tortured. Yeah, I did not realize there was that.
Yeah, he
pot
basically
size. Yeah,
goes
that
almost pot. Oh,
yeah.
he makes
Oh,
the call. There it is. Good call. Very good call. Kyle was in the tank a little bit. Very good call.
And nice play by Chad, to be honest.
I like how Chad played it. Once he raised the turn there, yeah, he's got to get after it on that river. It's literally like Chad still up the most, Kyle right behind him, and then Ash, Killian in the green, and then everybody else in the red.
How long are we supposed to go?
I think they're not too long. Maybe 2 more minutes. But we need to figure out who wins this type of profit game.
I'm getting a little thrown off by Team Code Ducks, yellow ducks. They keep looking like the knit buttons randomly. See when it's covered half of it.
Yeah, and they called an audible to the bench there, and Lateralis, I believe, left the game, and Garrett came in, and that graphic did not get updated, but who
Well,
knows how that software works. I am not
Lateralis-
one of the smart guys. I don't have to do the AI robots or
Buddy,
robot overloads.
We know you're not one of the smart guys. You didn't have to tell us that. But Lateralis had a date with his online girlfriend, I think. And he had to go FaceTime with her, LaFonda. That's her name. But Code Duck seems to be way out in the lead right now. Which means we're probably looking at a push here, buddy. I don't even know that we ever decided how much we were betting. I know we talked about it, but then we got into the weeds. We got into the weeds, so to speak, with the stream. Kyle with a great PLO hand.
Buddy, I think you might be incorrect about that because it was Chad and Killian, I think, among the top winners. I believe Reckless Ron may have you teed up for another side bet win.
I don't know about that, but I also do know that I don't think we decided what the punishment was.
Yeah, I wanted
Lateralist
you to come wash my car. You
Garrett.
said no to that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not doing that.
I guess maybe I'll just take a steak dinner.
All right, fine. I'll buy you a steak dinner. Queen, queen, 9, 8, 7, deuce.
When I win yet another side bet on you.
I won't even be remotely surprised. Chad does have the 2 pair on the top with the 8, 7. And the only heart draws with the 5 deuce. I guess Chad has a mirror on the top, actually, with the 8, 7 deuce.
Maybe not the greatest spot, though, with the
No,
set of eights
Not really.
out there as well.
Not really. I mean, he doesn't know that. Another 9. However,
Hearts.
hearts do get there now. Queen's still good for Tori on the bottom. Garrett going to be looking for some help. Hearts get there on the bottom. I mean, Chad's 5 high hearts going to be the scooper in this bomb pot if he can hang on. Which I don't think he'll be going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really is going to be interested in betting, to be honest.
There it goes. Yeah. He's going to scoop it. Going to scoop it with the 5 high flush. Rare you see that. Rare you see a 5 high flush scooping a bomb pot.
Double scooping. Scooping, of course, being
Double scooping? We going to Cold Stone Creamery later on?
Yeah. I was thinking maybe I'd get some ice cream. Maybe you buy me some ice cream after this.
That's one of the best lines in Breaking Bad. Walt Jr. I thought we were going to Cold Stone Creamery. We're having fun. We're out here at Redstar Social in Austin, Texas. I'm in the booth here, Cameron Mixon, a.k.a. Mixon Poker, and I got my sidekick, Ron Weasley, a.k.a. Reckless Ron, next to me.
Jeez, I mean, I don't even know where you're coming up with this stuff. It's almost 11 o'clock here in Austin, Texas.
That would be CST, which stands for Central Standard Time, if you didn't know, Ron.
Yeah, I would actually educate you a little bit. It's CDT right now. It is Central Daylight Time because we recognize daylight savings here in Texas, and we are still in daylight savings time, although we do turn back the clocks soon.
Well, man, whatever.
So, trying to play the smart guy, you might want to just think twice before you try to play smart guy against me.
Well, you know what, though? Fall back, crucial. I love having an extra hour of sleep. I think I've probably still not gotten that hour of extra sleep 90% of the time, but it feels nice. See, we got Chad, then Kyle, then Ash. Oh, so Ash is up there. Kyle's up there. Okay, so
but Killian is my kicker.
Yeah, Killian's your kicker, but lots can change.
A lot could change. One big bomb pot.
Garrett keeping hold of Lateralis's stranglehold in the VPIP category. Kyle right behind, tied neck and neck. Keller and Sam neck and neck right behind that.
Sam's still up there. She's going to need to fight for that VPIP.
She's trying to fight for it. She's just not gotten the hands to work with.
No, been a few unfortunate spots for her tonight for sure. Chad has had a few very fortunate spots, picking up some aces and queens throughout the night that were profitable.
Here we see Kyle getting after it. King 9-0. Hot with the 3-bet.
And Keller coming in.
Keller.
Even hotter.
Even hotter. Queen 4 suited with the 4-bet. Don't expect to see a big hand evolve, and it does not. Keller putting chips to work. And he shows the queen 4 as if he knew it was good.
Shaking his head there a bit, probably frustrated over a few hands that have gone other people's way.
Yeah,
tonight.
perhaps not in his direction. He hasn't had really much to work with, though. A couple premiums here and there, but and I wanted to tell you, Ron, I was talking to Anthony earlier, and there's some big things in the works here at Redstar.
Yeah, we're right down here at 183 in Burnett, near the domain.
Exactly. I can't go into too much detail. He wants me to keep it on the wraps, but
Little teaser. I believe they call it a teaser in the biz.
a little bit of a teaser that there's some things happening in the background.
Oh, it's
Ash.
a fun little hand for Ash. Yeah.
Ash really nailing this flop. Garrett gonna bet. Ash gonna make the call.
While she's
Yeah,
a
just
percentage ahead, she's not currently ahead.
right. I mean, she's got a stranglehold on the equity, but does not have the best hand.
And you can see when that 4 of spades comes on the turn, that does flip the percentages
It
considerably.
diminishes a lot, yes. Keller, though, an ace, bad kicker. Garrett going to be getting out of the way with the 8 high here. And Ash going to have to decide how to play this, I hope. We're going to see one of her 16 outs come in, though. It does not.
Does not. And
First to act here, she's got a pretty interesting decision.
I just don't think anything's going to work. I mean, she might block bet to try to
I think
avoid.
block bet's definitely not going to work.
Well, but I don't see her bluffing this
yeah,
either.
check
I
is going
just
to be the
don't
play, and Keller probably checks back and takes showdown.
I think probably. Cause
Looks like he's thinking about putting in a bet, but
Yeah, what worse hands are going to call you? Obviously, the ace-5 here might, depending on the size.
I don't think that he's betting for. I mean, I don't know that he knows if he's betting for value or as a bluff here. To be honest with you, I wonder if.
I mean, when that's
I wonder if
checked,
Ash. I wonder if Ash is going to have this same read though. That's my read right there.
Yeah.
And if Ash has that same read, she's a good enough player that she can just put you all in, and
I don't see her
You're-
doing that. I don't.
you're
see
going to
a
be
world where
pretty
that-
miserable.
I don't see a world where that happens. I just don't, buddy. Like, not the way the action went. She's taking a passive
I mean,
line
she's
here.
going to probably just call. I assume.
Yeah, I actually think that
Yeah, I mean,
she just doesn't
he's
have that particular move
he gets a value bet in there.
in that spot. The way the action went.
Yeah, he gets a value bet in there. Unfortunate run out for Ash. Keller winning a good one. Unfortunate run out for me, really, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Guess
I
I'm
think with
gonna
that
owe
ace
you
5
a-
of diamonds,
Oh,
I
I think I
prefer
want
an
to raise
aggressive
the flop
an
or the
aggressive
turn
flop
for
line,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I think in this instance.
especially with that low kicker, because that's going to give us a little bit more flexibility to potentially continue a bluff and get a hand like ace-8 to fold on a later street.
But we've seen a lot of action hands tonight. Not a lot of super premium clashes, really. I mean, we have seen those, but with this VPIP game, we've seen a lot of hands go 4 or 5 ways to a flop with a lot of garbage. So people really having to make decisions post flop and play some poker. It's been pretty fun. Sam getting in here with the dirty diaper. Gonna have to play it out of position too.
Do you find yourself playing much with the 2-3 when you're out there in the streets of the poker world here in Austin?
Typically, no. I make some exceptions, though. And pretty good flop for the 2-3. Ace deuce, though, with the clubs dominating the 3 deuce.
And I have a feeling that Garrett will be taking a much more aggressive line here. He's playing under the ladderless banner, but I have a feeling that Garrett will be taking a much more aggressive line than Sam took. Granted, he doesn't have the top pair at the moment, but he does have the premium of premium draws. I might just get it done.
Could get it done. I mean, if Sam folded. Yeah, Tori with top pair, but weak kicker.
She may be frustrated,
Wow,
though. She hasn't had a lot.
She's getting it in.
She hasn't had
Getting
a lot
it
to
in
work.
ahead.
Yeah, she hasn't had a lot to work with, so seeing top pair for her might be looking like the nuts at this point because she's been pretty
Don't
card
blame
dead.
it at all. Been pretty card dead.
And she does have the best hand
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah, getting it in ahead.
Slightly behind percentage.
No, she's got the best hand. They're gonna do it twice, I imagine. As has been basically the one time. Here it comes, Max Payne. Tori needs to fade an ace or a club. Oh my goodness gracious. Does not fade the ace on the river. That one hurts. Tori, however, though.
No, can't blame her calling off there.
Absolutely
I
not.
mean, it's a good call off.
And she's only in at this point for the original 300 that she started with. So
Yep. She makes the good call, gets the unfortunate run out, obviously with the pot odds in a fairly shorter stack. Doesn't seem like she did anything wrong in that hand.
no, absolutely not. And I'm back over here in the YouTube chat streets. We got
The code ducks give each other the duck high five across the table.
duck high five. Never seen that one before. But back in the YouTube chat here, got about 20 of y'all watching with us live. Appreciate you guys being here. Checking us out at Redstar Social tonight. We're out in Austin, Texas. If you haven't come out here and played in Austin, you need to get down here immediately. Get your name on the list for this game. Come play some 1K cap. Texas Hold'em. No limit Texas Hold'em at that, I might add.
I've been playing poker so long, all the games were limit when I started.
Buddy.
I found it a lot more fun in the mid-2000s when No Limit started to become popular. The Chris Moneymaker boom. I found out you could just bet and get people to fold. I will tell you that people down here in Austin, Texas do not like to fold, so you might want to be a little careful if you try to employ that strategy down here. King Jack Deuce flop.
Yeah, 2 spades out there. Another spade does come, and Kyle with the best spade here.
Keller still with top pair and the highest equity in the hand at the moment.
Keller been pretty spot on when he's been raising in these spots tonight. And in last week as well, when I watched him, he might have, top pair weak kicker or second pair weak kicker, but has been really spot on in reading where he's at in the hand.
It's a tough card for Killian. He might want to.
Yeah, this is one where
Look him
Keller.
up.
Yeah, Keller wants to bet, and Killian may look him up with the jack. But that's Redstar on Redstar violence, so it's fine.
I think he might find this fold. I think he might have just bet enough
Yeah, he bets
to get that fold
Just
through.
under pot.
Not that he wants the fold. Oh.
No, there it is. There's the call.
But these two have a lot of history together. They're playing on the same team tonight, the Team Redstar team, which is going to get me a steak dinner, I think, from Cameron Mixon, as I've won
Boy, I hope I see a couple
50 of the last 52 side bets or so.
Golly, dude. Ash up there 354, Kyle above her 684. Chad up the most, it looked like. The other two Red Star guys, I mean, I'm getting smoked. That's what it comes down to. I'm just getting smoked.
And you could have picked any of the teams. You got to draft first tonight.
You know what? I thought wrong. Jim, finally interested in a hand again. Ace 4 suited. Gonna get after it. Gonna make it 40. Pokerface Ash. King Queen O. Makes the fold. Samm definitely not folding. She's gonna get in there with Ace Jack. Maybe the best hand that we've seen her have, but Kyle to her left. Also with Ace Jack. So
Yeah, she had a couple pairs earlier. I think she did have tens that ran into aces.
Tens ran
or
into
kings,
aces. Yeah,
something
that's
along those
correct.
lines.
But
Yeah.
9-5 deuce flop, 2 spades. Killian, the only one connecting with this flop with his 9. Jim, though, a gutter to a wheel if he can find a 3. 2 spades out there make it a little bit less enticing, no doubt. But Samm and Kyle both just ace high, gonna be getting out of the way.
And we're late in the stream. Sometimes a gutter ball starts to look a little
Gutter ball
tastier at the end of the night.
Might start to sound a little bit appealing. So here he goes. He's going to be looking for 3 threes and 1 ace, it looks like. 10 of diamonds on the turn. Not going to be it. Killian, now with second pair and a queen kicker, going to check it over. Really giving Jim the opportunity to take this hand if he wants to. Decides to check back. But finds the magic 3 on the river. And
The wheel comes in.
and Killian got to be thinking after he checks it back that 9's probably good here a decent amount of the time. Only 395 in Killian's stack, so I think we're going to see an all-in and a snap call. Yes, and we see exactly that. And Killian does not get to table his hand face up before he realizes his big mistake.
Yep, he gets the bad news, but I don't blame him for thinking
Absolutely
that
not.
the offsuit 3 just doesn't
Absolutely not.
doesn't complete a lot of hands there.
There's the duck, the dirty duck 5.
Yeah, the offsuit
Little
3
duck,
just
duck kissies.
looks so safe. Looks so safe.
Yeah, it looks
and-
so safe. You're never putting him on ace 4 there, right?
And he gets the bad news. He correctly sussed out that the 9 was pretty much always good when it goes check, check on the turn. And, yeah, bad news, river.
I thought the movie was called Bad News Bears.
Sam Perryman's cashing out. They have like 3 more.
So we're here with you in Austin, Texas tonight at Redstar Social. Only a little bit longer for our stream tonight. We had some technical difficulties at the beginning and delayed this second start, the reiteration, part 2. And these are our confessions here. But we're giving you a little bit extra time tonight. About 11:15 here. CDT.
You're learning.
Buddy, I'm learning. You're teaching me things I never thought I would know.
After the slow roll, I cash out. I'm not gonna play it again.
Let's see here. Tori, nothing to work with. $200 interstack. 9 high. Into the muck. Garrett. Gonna make it. Oh, gonna make the call. Sorry. Keller raised under the gun. The 10-3-0. Chad coming in with a 3-bet, though. Been pretty quiet tonight. And Jim finding the ladies. All right. Jim 4-bet. Pretty small for out of position, I feel like. But Chad recognizing Jim has not been getting out of line. And we're going to see a bomb pot now. If you guys are tuning in with us, let us know if there's somebody that you're watching right now, somebody that you tuned in for specifically, a friend or a family member, because we want you back here watching us. Every week we come on Wednesdays about 7:30, CDT, CST, whichever it may be. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. How do you feel about that, Ron? Jim with aces.
Somebody get this man another Austin East Sider.
Aces with the hearts, too. 8-5 deuce.
That last hand was either very fortunate or very unfortunate for Sam. She had walked away from the table, and they did scan in that ace-king.
I did see that.
But there were some pocket queens in play, so
Did
she was
see that.
she was definitely going to get some action, or the reverse was true. The queens were going to get some action. So one person getting potentially fortunate or unfortunate in that spot, or
In the
we did see
world?
some chop pots earlier.
I mean, it's kind of like how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop, right? The world may never know.
Yep. Here we are in the bomb pot, and it's getting late, and it's hard to read a lot of graphics.
Very
right
difficult.
now.
Very difficult for me, buddy. Queen Jack, open ender for Kyle. I can see that. Jim with the aces still. I said that already with the hearts, not hearts.
Yep.
Tori,
A lot of other hearts in
top
play.
top pair, and then 2 pair on the bottom. She's out. Garrett, 2 pair on the bottom. Gutter on the top, I suppose, as well. Jack clubs going to the bottom. Samm now open-ended and a
Straight has come in for sure,
No,
as well
no,
as a
she doesn't
set.
have the-
No. For Garrett. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
Straight has come in for Garrett as well as that.
Yeah, the
Set.
6-8. The 6-8 gets there.
Yeah. Not the nut straight at the moment. Although with a jack and an 8 on the bottom board, you're going to feel a little bit more
You
confident
feel
about that
a
6-8.
little bit better for sure. Kyle now, the Queen Jack 10-7. Kind of interesting. He does have Jack High Hearts too. Maybe a factor toward making this call. Samm betting Garrett betting 100. Samm making the call. Kyle. We see he has 15% equity. 5 ways. It's not going to go 5 ways to the river. Yeah, we see 1 fold from Jim with the aces, and Kyle immediately shoots up to almost 30% equity. Garrett in the 4 seat under the lateralist insignia with the best of it right now. And Keller, really an interesting decision though when he turns the set of 7s. He has the 9-7, got the gutter. There's a 10 up top on that board.
Right. And he
And he kind of self-blocks the
Sure.
board pair, right? When he has a 9 in his hand.
Yeah. And he also does block that straight up there,
Correct.
which makes
Correct. He blocks that straight as well. So
a lot of considerations here.
and there's an 8 and a jack on the bottom board, right? So
yeah.
kind of interesting spot. I don't mind calling. 5 of hearts on the river. Queen of clubs on the top board. So I think we're going to see Garrett scoop this one. Yeah. Garrett 6-8 for the straight on the top to the 10, and then 8-5 on the bottom.
Yeah, that's a real handy 5 for
It
him
is
on
a
that river.
Very, very convenient 5 to find. Unfortunate for Samm making a 10 high flush and still having 2 pair. Kyle making jack high flush, also having a better 2 pair.
And there's an ace high flush in the muck.
Yeah, there's an ace high flush in the muck as well. Yeah, tough spot for Samm. This I do not envy this spot at all. Don't fault her for going either way. She does make the call. And I wonder if Kyle will be inclined to make the call now after seeing that for the extra money, or if he's going to feel more like Samm is locking up one of those boards and he's going to be weaker based on that call.
Yeah, I think Kyle might find the fold here. It's just a little hard to overcall with a jack high flush.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we've seen plenty of crazy
I've seen
stuff.
worse. I've seen worse.
We've seen plenty of crazy stuff here in these Texas Hold'em and PLO streets.
No, absolutely. I've probably done much worse. Yesterday.
I'm glad you pointed that out.
And the day before that. And the day before that.
But there was that one time, like 6 months ago, you did some really cool stuff.
Oh, I've done a lot of cool stuff. Don't get me wrong, dude. I used to do a kickflip on a skateboard. Whew. He makes the call.
Yeah.
Keller now out of the way. And Garrett going to be showing
A winning
basically nut.
A winning hand.
Effectively nut here. Pretty hard to have a hand that's that strong. 3 ways in a bomb pot.
Yeah, especially with a queen on the river.
I mean,
because
you're
king
the
jack,
bomb pot expert.
The king jack comes in, but nobody has the king jack.
Absolutely.
The jack 8 is
Absolutely.
out there.
When we have the jack 8 out there on the bottom board, I think
it's gonna increase your confidence for sure. But
also both Sam and Kyle having jacks in their hands kind of makes a big difference toward making the calls that they did as well, right?
yeah, no, it's definitely going to influence how you interpret the value of your flush.
So here we see VPIP numbers. Kyle now 59%. Sam falling back a little bit, down to 55. Chad, biggest winner so far, up 1,500. Tori, who's been quiet all night, finding pocket aces under the gun here. Gonna raise it up to 25. Make it easy on the dealer, right? Just throw out the chip. Make it that amount. Don't throw out the 25 chip and say $6, right? Very dealer friendly. I like that. Killian 6-4 of hearts on the button. Gonna get in there. And Jim waking up with 8s now. Keller's gonna get out of there. We're gonna go 3 ways to a flop now. 10-6-4. Killian. Bottom 2 pair here. Jim with 8s on a 10 high board. Not really too much to be worried about, except for Tori has been pretty quiet all night. Killian gonna make the call to Tori's 55, and Jim just puts the 8s in the muck. 5 of spades. Doesn't really change anything for these two players. Brings in a straight draw on the board. 7-8, your 7-3, your 3 deuce. Tori just gonna rip it, and Killian gonna make the call pretty quickly. And Tori gonna need a 10, a 5, or an ace here. Looks like they're running it twice. 4 is no help. And neither is a 7, so Killian gonna stack Tori there.
And that's going to be good for
6-4 suited.
the Redstar team versus...
Not very good for my pick on the teams tonight.
We're going to Sizzler.
Buddy, you're going to Outback, buddy. You're lucky if we get Texas Roadhouse, buddy.
I'd probably be okay with Texas Roadhouse.
Honestly,
you take me
those,
to Texas Roadhouse. That doesn't sound
those rolls
too bad.
do sound pretty freaking fire right
Yeah,
now. I'll tell you that much.
You take me to Texas Roadhouse, I'll be all right with that, pal.
No, we can go somewhere a little bit nicer.
Am I getting Ruth Chris?
Nah.
Maybe. If I win too many more side bets against you, you might stop doing it.
I literally was gonna say I might have to stop side betting you. I'm pretty tired of losing these dang things. I might have to stop side betting anybody, honestly, at this point, because I just keep losing every side bet that I have ever done, basically. Queen, Jack, Queen, Chad. Just with the queen getting bet into by a jack.
You're going to have to go on a pretty good tear for me to stop
Buddy, it's
running this
okay.
joke.
Buddy, it's okay. I'm gonna tear it up. Don't you worry. Chad just making the call. Killian making the call. Garrett not gonna slow down.
No, the jack 6.
He's got 3-pair now, honestly.
But-
Why would he slow down?
But bit of an illusion on his hand strength there with the jack and the 6.
Oh, yeah, 3-pair, buddy.
It's much better in Pie Gal.
Killian making the call too, so Chad just playing it simple, and that kind of feels like a good card if you're lateralist, or excuse me, Garrett at this point.
Yeah, depending on the size, he's probably going to make this call.
I believe Chad went 250. Yeah, he did go 250. Killian gonna get out of there, but gonna be interesting. No, Garrett, he just lays it down. It's quick fold, in fact.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's a sharp player. He doesn't necessarily just want to give $250 away to a queen.
I don't either, but when the board's paired like that, show me a queen, buddy. Prove it. Prove it to me.
You may have been telling too many people to prove it to you lately.
Well, buddy.
Anyway, we got a few more hands here. We're wrapping up down here at the Redstar in Austin.
Keller not going to be folding his button. I know that much. And there it is, $50 with 6-4 offsuit. Gotta love to see it.
It's a good thing these beers are cold because our commentary booth is a little warm
It's a
back
little
here.
warm. It's a little warm. You know, Anthony and I tried to get the AC working. We had it a little bit one day.
I
Have
assure
yet to go back and
I assure all the viewers that the AC works plenty good in the rest of the club. It's just our little commentary.
our
booth
little
back here.
closet. Big one brewing here, though. Keller also getting after it, as he does. He's feeling himself a little bit. Last couple of weeks, winning in cash, winning that sit and go. I think he's kind of found a little pep in his step now.
That's right. He was the winner of the sit and go stream, and he gets a decent flop. Ten of clubs on the turn doesn't change much. Does give Garrett and Koduck a gutter ball. Keller was still with top pair here. No kicker. Also might be some room for Garrett to take this away on a club river, even though he would not make a flush.
Pretty interesting spot, though. I would be considering in that spot making a move sometimes, for sure. We don't love it when we have two spades, I suppose, but in this format, when we've seen Keller getting after it,
Yeah,
I think there's definitely some merit to maybe making a little bit of a move.
And they are behind if they are trying to catch up in any tangible way. I'm not sure how big the numbers need to shift to change
Right.
some team results, but I'm fairly certain that Team Redstar is well in front in terms of the overall profitability numbers.
Well, buddy, I'll get you a steak dinner. Whatever you want.
Stop. How cool is that? I love that.
We're still on.
And we're going to see a flop 5 ways here. Ace 7 for Chad, 10-7 for Kyle. Killian, top pair yet again. Keller not afraid. Garrett also not afraid. Pokerface Ash
Racking up.
racking up the winnings.
They'll do some end of night numbers tallying here, but like I said, the Redstar
Buddy, I'm so
team-
sick of hearing how good your team was.
I just
how
wanna-
good this, how good that. I picked the girls' team.
Maybe they'll give you a complimentary Team Redstar.
Buddy, I think I
shirt
need a complimentary Ruth's
since we've,
Chris buffet or something at this point.
Yeah, I don't think that's a buffet, but if you want to take me to lunch at Luby's for the senior discount or something,
You want to lube me? What did you say?
I apologize to everybody. I hope Cam's mom still isn't listening.
Buddy,
I apologize to
it's 11:37 at night. My mom's
everybody for
fast asleep.
how terrible he is.
My mom's-
He's trying to get us canceled.
My mom's fast asleep, buddy. Yeah, Killian, foot on the gas. Really trying to make up some lost time for Team Redstar, I guess.
I'm not sure that that's the case, as Chad's just racking up piles of
Chad
winning
racking
chips.
up piles. He's definitely the big winner tonight.
So yes, we are
See the
clearly
VPIP
winding down.
VPIP numbers right now. Keller 59. I think that was our last hand right there.
Oh,
So that's a pretty good one, buddy. Keller 59%, Kyle 59%.
Chad
Everybody else,
with 25%, but I believe maybe was
Yeah.
the big winner on the night.
Chad VPIPing 25%, but winning the most for sure.
It's weird how that works. Although he did fortunately pick up, I think, some aces and queens and some other big hands.
Well, yeah, it's kind of nice if you run good. And let's see if we can see our final numbers for cumulative winnings. Perhaps they'll come in. I'm not positive. But if they don't, we do appreciate y'all staying with us tonight. Here they are. Chat up, 1,700.
Yep, there they are. I'll say
Lateralist, 1,200, a.k.a. Garrett. Jim, 424. Pokerface Ash up, 340. Kyle up, 129. And everybody else in the red, unfortunately.
Yep. I didn't realize it was quite that bad for Keller, although he did have a few battles there with.
He battled.
He battled a lot. Actually, I believe was it him and Kyle that had battled a lot all night.
Yeah, Kyle, though, surprisingly only up 129. Anyways, appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll be back next week on Wednesday night, about 7:30, here at Redstar Social in Austin, Texas.
Good night.